No country can afford to take in millions of people, pay for their education, their health care, their hospitals. You just can't do it. And we all have a heart. You can't do it. But many of those people are murderers. They're people released from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. They're people that are drug dealers.
This is the moment the game changed. Trump just set a hard deadline for February 1st that effectively ends the sanctuary city era as we know it. No more federal checks if you protect criminals.
Are you familiar with Victoria Eileen Harwell, an Ecuadorian illegal immigrant in August of 2024, driving drunk, crashed head-on into Victoria Harwell, killing her. Her 14-year-old daughter survived, and her sister. ICE released her, local Hennepin County released her not once but twice and didn't cooperate with ICE detainers. Why not? Since you're in favor of removing them, cooperate with ICE. Whether you have this sanctuary policy that the DHS says it is, you call it a separation ordinance. Why not just cooperate and make it safer for everyone involved? The community, the officers, and even the migrants.
My position here is pretty straightforward, and that's this. If you commit a crime, if you commit fraud, if you commit a carjacking or a murder, you should be investigated, charged, prosecuted, held accountable, and yes, arrested and put in jail. That is my position if you commit a crime and you are a problem on the streets of the city of Minneapolis that has made us less safe. What I am saying is that a lot of the people that ICE is picking up right now in our city are not a problem for Minneapolis. They've opened businesses. They've been here for longer than I've been here. They contribute so beautifully and greatly to our city. They have families here. They're our neighbors. And yeah, we love them. We love them and we care about them. And I hope that people throughout the country can understand that, we got to be thinking about other people as if it were ourselves.
Watching Mayor Frey try to navigate this is honestly surreal. The interviewer brings up a specific tragic case, Victoria Eileen Harwell, and you can see the visible tension. The core of the argument here is the separation ordinance. Frey tries to frame it as a standard safety procedure, but the reality on the ground is that federal detainers are being ignored. It's a classic example of suicidal empathy. When you refuse to turn over a violent offender who was released not once but twice, you're not protecting a community. You're endangering it. The logic that these cities are safer because they don't cooperate with ICE is being dismantled by the very real victims of these policies. You hear him say that criminals should be prosecuted, yet his own city's policy creates a loophole that allows them to vanish before federal authorities can even knock on the door. It's this specific disconnect that has pushed the federal government to take the nuclear option with funding.
No country can afford to take in millions of people, pay for their education, their health care, their hospitals. You just can't do it. And we all have a heart. You can't do it. But many of those people are murderers. They're people released from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. They're people that are drug dealers. They're addicts. Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
This is the fatal blow everyone is talking about. Trump isn't just threatening anymore. He's citing a specific date, February 1st, 2026. This isn't just a policy shift, it's a financial siege. By withholding payments not just from the cities, but from the entire state that harbors them, he's forcing the hands of Democratic governors like Gavin Newsom and Tim Walz. Think about the scale of this. We are talking about billions in federal grants for education, infrastructure, and healthcare. He's essentially saying, if you want to run your own immigration system, you can pay for it yourselves. It's a brilliant, if aggressive, leverage play. He knows these states can't survive the internal political pressure if their social programs start collapsing because they prioritized sanctuary status over federal funding. It's a move designed to make the cost of being a sanctuary city so high that the voters themselves will eventually demand the policy be reversed.
Trump made us promise to American people, we're going to find these criminals and make America safe again. So if they don't let us in a jail, we're going to go in the community. The difference is, in places that's not a sanctuary, one agent can walk into a jail and arrest one criminal illegal alien. But when you release them in the community, now we got to send the whole team because we got to arrest somebody on their turf. They have access who knows what weapons. It makes it dangerous for the officer, makes it dangerous for the alien, certainly makes it dangerous for the community. So if Minneapolis wants to help, like I saw Mayor Frey do an interview this morning, let us in your damn jail. What's the downside of letting a federal law enforcement officer with immigration authority talk to an illegal alien that you already locked up and put in a jail cell? It's ridiculous that they're pushing.
Tom Homan is probably the most polarizing figure in the administration right now, for a reason. His flood the zone strategy is a direct response to the lack of cooperation we just saw with Mayor Frey. Homan's logic is simple. If you don't let us into the controlled environment of a jail to pick up a criminal, we have to go out into the neighborhood. This actually makes it more dangerous for everyone, the officers, the community, and even the individuals being arrested. It's the ultimate be careful what you wish for scenario for sanctuary mayors. They wanted federal agents out of their jails, so now those agents are on their street corners with high-intensity teams. Homan is effectively stripping away the cloak of invisibility that sanctuary status provided. He's making it clear that the federal government still has the ultimate authority on immigration, regardless of local ordinances.
Congresswoman, Republicans have repeatedly stated that you committed immigration fraud. Are you at all worried about a formal investigation that could perhaps lead to your deportation?
Well, you're one of those people.
I don't know what that means, but are you at all concerned?
Do I look concerned?
I guess not.
Okay.
What about the Minnesota fraud hearing? You didn't show up for that. Do you think you should have?
Why should I have?
Well, it happened in your state. Don't you want to defend your position?
There were people from my state that were there.
Okay, but why not you? I mean, there's allegations that you're complicit in the fraud. Wouldn't you want to show up?
Why would there be an allegation that I'm complicit? How would I be complicit?
Well, what about Tim
Do
Walz?
you just ask stupid questions? Is this your thing?
I'm curious to get your thoughts.
No,
I mean, there's a lot of controversy around the issue. $9 billion in fraud in the state of Minnesota.
$9 billion?
You don't think so?
Really?
Yeah, and counting. Probably more, honestly. You think that's fake news or what?
That is more than half of the resources that are allocated.
Okay.
So you genuinely, your brain has told you that it is possible for half of the resources.
I'm just going off of what
for our public service to half disappear, is what you're saying.
Countless Minnesota state representatives, whistleblowers have come
listen
forward.
to yourself, though.
I'm
just think about that for a second.
Maybe if you showed up at the hearing, you would know that
just think
whistleblowers
about
are
that
being
for a second.
retaliated against for exposing the fraud. Why is that? Why are they being tracked and
just
traced?
Think about what you're asking. Who is tracing whistleblowers?
Minnesota state officials? Tim Walz?
This hallway confrontation with Ilhan Omar is the definition of a viral meltdown. When the reporter asks her about the $9 billion fraud allegations in Minnesota, her reaction isn't to provide a counter-argument, but to question the reporter's brain and call the facts fake news. This is why the Trump administration is doubling down. They are linking the sanctuary city movement to systemic fraud and a lack of accountability. Omar's refusal to attend the fraud hearings in her own state is being used as Exhibit A for why federal oversight is being ramped up. Whether you support her or not, the optics here are devastating. It looks like a politician completely cornered by the reality of the policies they've championed. When the money stops flowing on February 1st, these types of confrontations are only going to get more intense. The February 1st deadline is approaching fast. Will the sanctuary cities fold, or are we looking at a full-scale constitutional crisis? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the shifting political landscape.